Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. That's really awkward. I was yapping this entire time and my mic died. As I was saying, I want to start using my YouTube channel, and also I'm gonna cook while we talk. I want my YouTube channel to sort of feel like, like we're on FaceTime together. Because back in the day when I used to watch YouTube, the creators that I loved the most were the ones I felt like I actually had a sort of like, relationship with them. Obviously, it's like, you don't actually know the person. But I feel like what I realize is that you don't actually need to know stuff about someone to be able to connect with them. I think connection, it just comes from being able to relate to things. And I want to be relatable to you guys. So, on that note, the reason why this video is not with my real camera is because I think I realized I just want it to be down to earth. I feel like when you put on this whole fancy camera, it just makes it seem very like sort of set up. Do you know what I mean? And I don't really want to do that. I want to be, I want to be natural. We're gonna be natural. And I sort of realized that I'd sort of been rushing through life. I guess also sort of like sharing my experience as a content creator. What I realized is that like sometimes it is sort of really easy to get influenced by external validation, what people say, like even for someone who, really knows themselves and has strong morals and stuff. At the end of the day, like as humans, we just sort of evolve to, want and appreciate external validation, and that's just, that's how we've been. But the thing is, like, I think that to be successful and to be able to do things that you truly love in life, you have to not care about what people think to a certain extent, and you need to have the mindset of like, okay, some people might not like what I post, but I'm going to do it anyways because I love it. And that's one of the things that I've been struggling with recently, is that, I've been so focused on this outcome of, will people like my content? And I sort of forget like the process, and the process is I'm doing what I love, right? And I feel like I sort of lost that along the way at some point, like not even just content creation, but like, for school as well. And like, I want to sort of learn and also teach you guys at the same time that life is all about the process, and to sort of learn how to fall in love with the process again. Because at the end of the day, like life is truly just about all these small moments. And it's the moments that you think that don't really matter, but like in the end are worth everything. And people don't understand how valuable like having let me move the angle. Honestly, I feel like everyone is always trying to say like, like how can I be happy? How can I be fulfilled? Because like especially on the social media, like I feel like everyone is sort of living in fantasy, a world of fantasy, if that makes sense. Like, and it's natural for humans to want to, fantasize. Like even bro, music is my best friend. I'd be creating like the craziest scenarios in my head to give me motivation. I'd be like daydreaming all the time. Like don't even trip, okay? And it's because like people want to escape real life, because the truth is like real life, it sucks. Like life is literally a form of suffering, and we encounter things in our life that aren't the greatest, and like that makes us sort of want to escape, like it makes us sort of be like, how can I escape? And one of the ways that we escape is through like social media and movies, books, like anything that you can think of that's just not real. But the thing is, you have to realize you have to come back to real life, because yeah, you can live in a fantasy world, but it's not real, you know and I feel like people like forget how to live. Like even me, I feel like I got so caught up in social media at one point that I just completely lost myself. But like truly, to be happy, there's actually only one thing that you need to do, and that is to be grateful. Like truly, it's true that certain things can make us more happy compared to others. Like if you're paying paycheck to paycheck, of course you're not going to be happy. Like you're struggling to survive. But once you sort of pass those basic, survival instincts, like, you're fed, you have somewhere to sleep, you have a job, then it's honestly like up to you at that point to like be responsible for your own happiness. And I feel like some people, we don't realize it, but like we've gotten too comfortable. Like, okay, I don't want to be controversial or anything, but like obviously, like, don't compare your pain to other people. Like, what you're going through is valid. Like if you're feeling upset, like whatever, like, like your suffering deserves to be validated. But also at some point we have to sort of like realize like there's a difference between genuinely suffering and just like swimming in your misery. Like pain Pain is inevitable. Like Daniel Caesar said, pain is inevitable. Misery is a choice, okay? And at a certain point, like, life hands us these really tough problems, right? But like, are you just gonna take that? You know what I mean? Like, you guys don't. I feel like sometimes we don't understand. Like, there's literally people who are dying out there. There's wars going on. Like, we are so lucky to be able to have the circumstances that we have. Like, when people say like first world problems, like, we think about like, oh, I don't feel pretty enough. I feel like I just feel like I can't get a boyfriend. I can't like, or like, oh, so I have so much going on. Like, school's too hard. Like, okay, like, first of all, being able to study at all is such a privilege. I feel like people don't realize that. And like people always say like, "Oh, how are you so productive?" It's because like my parents did not come here just for me to be sitting around on my sensor, on my ass, okay, for me to not be doing stuff. I don't know, like being able to go to school, like so many people dream about that. Like at night, like they just pray. They're like, I wish I can go to school one day. I wish I had the money. Like, guys, we have to realize at one point, at some point, like we gotta get up. Just get up. Like I know it's like you're going through stuff, but like what is actually important? You know what I mean? Like certain things just don't deserve your energy. Anyways, let's cook this pork and cheese cabbage dumplings. But yeah, my point is just practice gratitude every single day, like get a little notebook, write down you only need to write 3 things every single day that you're grateful for. And like honestly, guys, like you don't understand how much that can actually change your perspective. And also just like getting off your phone. I know this sounds really ironic right now because I'm literally creating a YouTube video and like you guys are watching me right now, but like after this video, low-key, you should probably get off your phone. And the reason why I say this is because I think the genuinely like the most unhappy times I've ever been in my life are the times I was on social media, because the thing is social media is just so fake. Okay, like I'm trying to be genuine on social media, but the thing is you have to understand like the way that social media is just like people are trying to go there because they want to escape, but like I related, like I talked about escapism. They want to escape their problems and they're not trying to go on social media and just see this girl over here talking about like giving them life advice. Like no one wants to hear like, being told what to do. Like that's just how it is. Like they're trying to find things to laugh at, try to find things that whatever. And like I will gladly be that. If like if people just need to watch one of my videos, just laugh and feel better, sure, like of course I will do that. But the thing is, like I feel like as much as people you can acknowledge, yeah, social media is not real, sometimes it feels real. Because you can't really tell when people are faking. Like at some point you kind of just forget, oh, it's not real, and you're like, oh my goodness, I should be doing all this stuff. Don't compare yourself, because at the end of the day, using this whole flower metaphor, like I told you guys I was going to use flower metaphors, we are all different types of flowers, okay? And we all look different from each other. We come in different shapes and sizes. Some may be bigger, some may be smaller, taller, shorter, whatever, it doesn't matter. But the thing is, we also grow at different rates. And whoa, she's smoking. Okay, hold on. Oh no! Oh no! Guys! Whoa! Oh my goodness! Help! Good grief! Where's the lid? Anyways, before I was so rudely interrupted, like don't believe everything that you see online. And like as much as I do really want to be transparent with the people who genuinely care for like this channel, the truth is like there are creepy people out there and there are crazy people, and information is valuable, and there's just some things I would never share online just because like it's out of the sake of my own privacy. And I really respect privacy and I really appreciate privacy and value privacy. So there's just genuinely like some things that I would never share. You guys get to see a part of me, but the thing is you don't get to see all of me. But that doesn't mean I'm being fake. It just means that, like I said, like you don't need to know everything about someone to be able to relate to them. Because also on the topic of social media, I don't know, it honestly like it amazes me really how evil, okay, people can be when they're behind the screen. Okay, as soon as, you know, like you meet in person, right? And it's like, oh, we're so nice to each other. And as soon as you get behind that little screen, my goodness, people turn into little devils. Like, I just like don't understand, like seeing celebrities like literally get like death threats and stuff like that. It's like it's crazy to me because you would never ever catch anyone unless like I don't know, like they literally killed your mother or something. Like you would never catch anyone out in public being like, I you should, like directly to their face, you know, like actually directly to their face, not just like whispering to your friend or something, like actually genuinely being like, you deserve to, and you don't, like, you know what I mean? Like you would never catch that happening. But the thing is, now in this day and age, like being behind a screen has just made people genuinely so evil and so like insensitive. Like joking about death is like, I don't know, it's just crazy to me how much like the internet has desensitized things and how like, I don't know. But basically my point is just that like being famous and stuff like that can genuinely destroy your reputation. I don't know, like I feel like when you get more like, you know, more known, more recognition, more famous and stuff like that, it's just like you just lose your privacy and you just lose like, you have to act at some point. And to me it's just like, you know, everyone wants to like earn money, they want to like be successful, they want to like have all these things, like being a celebrity, being glamorous, like on the outside it seems very like appealing and you're like, oh my god, like imagine like Hollywood. But the thing is, like in reality, like guys, I can probably promise you for most of you, like you don't want that. You genuinely don't want that. And I don't want that either. Because the thing is, you can be famous but not rich. And you can be rich but not famous, you know what I mean? And I prefer the latter. I'd rather be rich and not famous. Like I feel like I want to be one of those creators who sort of like fly under the radar. You guys know like 75 Hard, right? And I tried doing that in the past, but the problem with 75 Hard is that there isn't really like okay, like I get it, your point is to be disciplined and stuff like that, but it's like after 75 days, like you don't really like continue doing what you're doing, you know what I mean? Like because the thing is like it's not sustainable, and for me, genuine results come from habits. That's all that life truly is, guys. Like habits. What you do, habits. And I want to create a series. I still don't know the title yet, but it'd be kind of funny if it's called Blew Me Hard. But anyways, no. No, I don't like that. No. But something, I want to create a challenge basically. And it's sort of like similar to this where, you know, I'm able to like sort of like slow down and like sort of get back in touch with myself again and like what I truly like. And also being able to like maintain good habits. And also to just like sort of cultivate a sense of discipline, but discipline in the sense that like changing my metric of success. Because I feel like for discipline, sometimes it's just like you just have to do this no matter what, right? And the thing is like that's pressuring. No one likes to be told like what to do, like I mentioned earlier. And I want to sort of use a different metric of success. You know, like 75 Hard is like what I see online. It's like a lot of people measure their success through like how their body looks. But for me, like I just like I never really liked that because as much as like, you know, I also want a nice body too. Like I want a big dumpy, like don't get me wrong. But the thing is like I want to show people that fitness is more than just about, you know, how your body looks. And like I feel like I didn't realize this because like when you're in kinesiology, like you're sort of like in this circle, in this bubble, and you kind of forget like people outside don't really know the stuff that you do in terms of like kinesiology knowledge. And I'm sure like all of you can relate for your own programs and stuff like that if you're still in school. But what genuinely amazed me is that recently there was this video that sort of popped off. It was the glute one where I'm like, you should eat carbs before glutes. You can eat glutes for that pump and stuff like that. And like, I got a lot of DMs and also a lot of comments. It kind of just amazed me that, you know, not even in an offensive way or anything, but like a lot of people don't really know much about exercise. And I feel like I relate to this as well because before I was in kinesiology, like for me, like exercise was only used as a means to like get a good body for me. But like genuinely guys, there's so much more to exercise. Like using exercise to decrease, you can literally use exercise to decrease your risk of dying, guys, like all cause mortality. And also for your mental health, guys, post workout clarity you like genuinely like if you feel depressed, if you feel like, oh my god, I don't know what it's probably because you're not exercising enough. Okay, and the thing is, exercise can be fun, eating can be fun. I feel like I saw on TikTok, like, why are these guys eating like 1 pound of unseasoned beef in one sitting? And genuinely, they look so miserable when you're eating it. Like, I get it, like you want to get gains and stuff like that, but like the process, guys, relating back to the process shouldn't be like, it should be enjoyable. And yes, it's gonna be hard, but it should be hard in a good way. You know what I mean? Like my version of like, like a hard that is like I enjoy, like, but it's like pushing me is like maybe like improving my VO2 max, like which is my like oxygen capacity, or running to get to a certain mile. Like it's hard, but the thing is like it's worth it in the end. And a lot of people have been messaging me like, how can I get this jumpy, and how, like, obviously, like I wanna. Oh, the reason why I haven't sort of started sharing like any like kinesiology information yet is because truthfully, like I still have so much to learn myself, and I want to I want to make sure that I can practice what I preach, and I don't want to just be like out here just like accidentally spreading misinformation, because like recently there was this, someone commented, it's like you can actually eat like 100 grams of what is it, you can eat 100 grams of protein in a sitting, but like please, like I don't know, like just the contrast sometimes between academics and social media and like just the fitness industry and marketing industry, sometimes it genuinely, it kind of PMO sometimes, okay, like kind of makes me feel like, please, like what are we focusing on here? I feel like especially on social media, like people are just focusing on the wrong things. And you have to redefine your metric of success. What does success mean to you? Because the thing is, like, if you're choosing something that genuinely doesn't actually give any value towards you, then you're probably not going to be consistent with it, because it actually doesn't actually mean anything to you. But yeah, I'm rambling, and I actually have class in like 30 minutes, so I need to go. But I'll give more updates later. But yeah, I guess the general consensus is just the YouTube is going to be a much more natural format. We're going to do like a little FaceTime format and just take away the effects, and I'll do the funny stuff on social media. Enjoy the process, not the outcome, and lots of exciting things coming. I'm going to start a series soon. And yeah, I'll see you guys all later. Bye bye.